Hey everybody. Today I want to do something a little bit more on the simple side. I was talking to somebody at work earlier and they were telling me how they love shrimp cocktail but they never get it because it's so expensive. And I was thinking to myself, they're right. Shrimp cocktail rings and stuff like that are incredibly expensive. There's no reason for it because shrimp in themselves are very affordable. I actually use them in a good chunk of my cooking because of how inexpensive they are. And cocktail sauce is basically 3 ingredients, maybe 5, depending on what you prefer for the flavor profile. As you can see right there, I'm doing a deshelling of the shrimp and leaving the tail on. If I wasn't doing this for the video, I will be completely honest, I would have just completely pulled the shells off out of laziness. Now, with that being said, if you cook them completely shell on when you steam them, they will have the best flavor possible. But, again, if you're doing this at home, there's no need to be fancy. You can pull everything off real quick, it makes your life easier later, and you can spend more time just nomming on shrimp. Now, the first couple shrimp I did quite slowly to show how to pinch where the legs are and basically rip off that section of the shell, leaving the tail intact so that you can use something to dip, right? I also promise that lemon off to the side on the left, there was no shrimp juice that got on it. There was nothing around it. It was an oversight on my part to not remove it from the area when I was doing this. As you can see with this shrimp here, the shell was too far gone, so I took the whole thing off. But that's how easy it is if you just want to do it for yourself at home and not leave any of the shell on. Now, as you can see, I kind of sped up a little bit on my deshelling of these. The whole process is incredibly fast. It takes maybe 8 to 10 minutes to actually do this. I'm using very small shrimp, though, today. Normally, I would be using colossal prawns. The perk to those is they're large. They're almost like having a small lobster tail because of their size. They're also much faster to deshell because you're going to have less of them. Now, depending on where you are, the smaller shrimp like this may be the only thing that are actually affordable. Oddly, where I am, frozen jumbo shrimp are actually quite affordable. Usually a 300-gram bag will run me $7 tops and will yield me 14 jumbo prawns. Or you can get little bags like this. This one was probably on sale for about $5 a little while back. And then the best part to the cocktail sauce is, as you can see off to the side, it's 3 ingredients if you want to make just a basic cocktail sauce. It's quite literally ketchup, lemon, and horseradish. Now, with that said, you can add Tabasco, you can add other hot sauces, you can add other spices if you want to. But for just basic demonstration purposes, I just use the 3 ingredients. Horseradish I always have in the fridge, and it doesn't really go bad. I've had some jars in the fridge for years. Well, not necessarily years. I could go through it quicker than that, but at least months at a time. While it's open, of course. If it's still sealed, leave it in the pantry. It's good for years. Lemons I always keep in the house as well. This one was kind of running past its prime, which this made a good reason to use it. And ketchup, I mean, pretty much everybody has ketchup in their fridge. I sped up the last little part of this for the deshelling, just so it didn't waste your time so much. I knew I wanted to talk a little bit at the beginning about this, though. So that's why I kept everything nice and slowed down for the first 4 minutes. Another thing that you might have noticed that I've done a little bit of from the back is store-bought ones like this that are frozen. The veins aren't always pulled out properly, and it's kind of a gut sack on them. So if you see a large black section at the end close to the base of the tail, try and get that out prior to cooking. Now what I did was I grabbed some fresh water and just rinsed them off a little bit again, just for any residual stuff on them. Clean up your shells and stuff like that. Otherwise, though, steam them for about 3 minutes. In the meantime, we'll make the cocktail sauce. And like I said, all I'm doing is taking a chunk of a lemon. This lemon was unruly and did not want to cooperate with me today. Now, you could use a lemon juicer and just cut it in half and juice it. I just went with using my hands. You squirt some ketchup in the bottom here. There's no exact amount to this because it's kind of just based on how much you're trying to make. Squeeze it through your fingers like this, and realistically you won't have any seeds go through. Unfortunately, like I said, this unruly lemon shot a seed out the side of my hand. I didn't really have much choice on that one. And also sorry for the bowl being out of view. But put about a fifth of a lemon worth of juice into there. This horseradish, let me tell you, Woodman's, they do not sponsor me. This is the best horseradish that has ever been made. This is the best on steaks. It's the best for cocktail sauce. It's the best for everything. Just buy it. It is so good. And sorry for the audio with the metal spoon. I realized right away that I was making a big error. But mix all this together. And the thing I can't stress enough is taste things as you go. If the sauce isn't to your liking, add something. If it's not tangy enough, add some lemon. If you want some spice, either add some more horseradish or add some Tabasco or something. That's all that needs to be done. It's very simple. But this is all it takes to make your shrimp cocktail. Chill the shrimp after they're done cooking and then plate it up. That's really all there is to it. Shrimp rings are extremely overpriced for no reason. It's all about convenience and showing up to somebody's party saying, hey, I brought a shrimp ring. Otherwise, this costs less than $6 for 2 people and makes just for a great evening snack or part of a meal. But I do hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a rather simple one tonight. Feel free to leave me some feedback on what you'd like to see in the future, if you'd like me to simplify anything or make something more affordable for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.